Man, it seems like 2K, they really screwed things up this time. And the community, they're not cutting them no slack. We're about to get into all the details. If any of you guys are new here, consider dropping a like and a sub. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And let's get to the video. Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm AllCity. As always, appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me ask you guys a question. How quickly do you think 2K will fix some sort of VC glitch that pays you out way more VC than you're supposed to receive? What would you say? 2K will give a fix maybe within 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours? Sound off. Share your thoughts. I'm curious. Well, after the most recent update, players very quickly noticed they weren't receiving nearly as much VC per game as they were receiving pre-patch. I'll very quickly reference this post from Double H. He says, I think 2K secretly nerfed VC in 3v3 Pro-Am. I just won a game, got a player of the game, got an A+, while on a team with everyone in my crew and got 652 VC. He said before the patch, I would get something like 1700 VC for that type of game. And I'll quickly reference this next post from Grizz100K. It says that NBA 2K reduced how much VC you get in rec. Shaking my head. That's shady as F, man. Nah, that's just next level. Sounds just like something I would say. Next time you get an A+ and player of the game, check. Before this patch, it was somewhere between 15 to 1600 VC. And he says, I just got 1000 VC. LMAO. Wow. It looks like 2K is straight taxing folks in preparation for this Season 3 update. Now, before you start spazzing out and wilding out on 2K, they did release like a notice about what's going on with the VC earning. They say VC earnings for Pro-Am 3v3 games were previously being calculated as if they were Pro-Am 5v5 games, and this has been corrected. Why does that happen? I have no idea. The post from 2K goes on to say no changes have been made to VC earned in Pro-Am 5v5 or any other game mode. Separately, we have identified a visual issue in the rec where the post-game recap may display a lower VC total than expected. So this is why a lot of players were feeling like they weren't getting nearly as much VC, but 2K is saying that's just like a visual glitch. You're actually receiving the total amount that you're supposed to get. In bold letters, it says this only affects the VC amount displayed. The correct amount is still being added to your account. You can confirm this by checking your VC balance before and after completing a game in the rec. This visual issue will be resolved in an upcoming update. Thank you for understanding. So 2K, they noticed the issue and they provided a fix, but I think it does something to the integrity of the relationship between the 2K player and 2K the game. Some of you guys may feel like, well, they're human, they're allowed to make mistakes, but how many mistakes do they make throughout an annual cycle? For me, it's like the cumulative effect of all these minor mistakes lend to the idea that 2K doesn't care enough or respect their time. And I'll pull up this other post from Quavo showcasing yet another mistake from 2K. NBA 2K accidentally leaked Season 3 with Sunset Beach and a Christmas tree. 3 crying face emoji in the MyCourt window in NBA 2K26. And as you guys see in the image, in the ball on the right side, you can see the palm trees. That's where you would normally go into the park, and you see the Christmas tree right behind it. Matter of fact, let's go check to see if 2K even actually fixed this. All right, yeah, so we're in the MyCourt. Let me see if it was this window. It might not even be this window, but we'll check. It is. That's just, that is just brutal. This can't be real life. It's little things like this that make you question, what is 2K doing over there? They got the Christmas tree out right in front of the arena, and in the ball you can see the palm trees representing Sunset Beach. And Sunset Beach is going to be the new park for NBA 2K26 in Season 3. Let's go check to see if that Christmas tree is even out there. We haven't even hit Thanksgiving yet. We were looking right along this area, so our MyCourt is here. And we're supposed to be, there's no windows there, but for some reason we could see out the window. That's another F up from 2K. And as you guys see, there is no Christmas tree in front of the arena. That's just absolute insanity. And when you look at the ball here, you can see the actual park that we're in right now. But when you're looking out the MyCourt, which I'll go back in and show you guys, let me double check that, because you can see it's a totally different park when we're looking at the ball. But when we go into the MyCourt, you're gonna see it showcasing something totally different from your MyCourt. We'll go back to the window here and see what they're showing us. There you go. Something totally different on the ball, which represents the park, and the Christmas tree is behind it. Man, oh man, come on 2K. Playing devil's advocate, on the flip side of things, I'd say, well, that doesn't really have any effect on gameplay. And noticing things like this could be considered nitpicking, but that's mainly if your relationship with 2K hasn't been stretched so thin. It's little things like we just showed you that show that 2K is not paying close attention to the minor details that make up the game. And when you pay so much for a video game, $70 to $100, or some of you guys are paying $150 and paying an additional $150 for that VC pack, as a player, you kind of expect top notch. You don't expect to have issues joining your friends to go into an online game mode. The MyCourt thing, a minor issue. The VC visual glitch, where it's showing you you're receiving less VC per game than you should, but you're still actually getting the total amount, minor issue. But all of these minor issues are an indicator of what's really going on at 2K. There seems to be a lack of care, a lack of dedication, and a lack of understanding, where more prevalent issues aren't even being addressed. For instance, like the dunk meter. I'll reference this post from Watch6. He says dunk meter must be addressed. NBA 2K26. This is not dynamically adjusting. It's literally instantly removing my green window, and that's been my biggest argument with the dunk meter. There's no time when 2K dynamically adjusts your green window while you're going up for a dunk. There's no time to kind of make an adjustment toward the new release point for players. Watch6 says I can still time it even on high difficulty, but this dunk meter logic must be addressed. It never instantly makes my meter big though, and that was exactly my argument. If it's dynamically adjusting for the defense that's in or out of the paint, why doesn't it dynamically adjust toward our larger green window when you get past your defenders and you're wide open by yourself at the rack? And this issue wasn't addressed by 2K in their most recent patch update. If this type of issue was happening to shooters where their green window will dynamically adjust to nothing, literally 1 pixel for you to make your green, like your green window is literally 1 pixel. If that happened to shooters, forget about it. The 2K community will be going insane and 2K would be forced to make a fix. But why are slashers left out there hanging out to dry? And in my opinion, one of the most major issues that's consistently getting neglected is the skill-based matchmaking on NBA 2K26. It could prove to be beneficial for casual players out there to have this type of skill-based matchmaking, but I gotta tell you, 2K is controlling your whole experience on the game. It's somewhat of an illusion. You're never going up against better players, so in turn, you're probably not gonna get much better than when you initially get on the game. And if you're anything like me, you learn from your competition. And prior to getting online, you're practicing for the competition that you normally face. And I'll quickly run off an example. For instance, if I'm playing against lower plates, then I have way more room to create open shot opportunities. Oftentimes, these teams don't even come outside with a lockdown, and probably their highest rated defender will be around 92 perimeter defense. The highest that I see against lower plates will be around 95. Very rarely would I come across a 99 lockdown. And when I start playing against the higher levels of competition, every single team has a 99 lockdown. They also got a good swing. So as a team, the higher plates seem to have enough experience on the game to know what type of team to form and what type of builds to bring out there. And this in turn, as a point guard, gives you very little wiggle room. It changes my whole experience completely. And when I'm in the lab practicing, I have to practice for those 1-2 dribble moves to a shot, working within a very confined space. If one particular dribble setup proves to be too wide, I already know that a defender is going to be there, so I don't even want to practice in that way. And what it all boils down to is that I think it'd be beneficial if 2K kind of mixed it up a little bit. If you're grinding on the game and you got a higher plate, you don't want to wait forever for a matchup, and this forces a lot of players into the park, as IQ said in one of his most recent videos complaining about the skill-based matchmaking. It forces players in a particular direction, and then to add to that, when you go that direction, because you don't want to wait extended periods of time for a matchup, you go to the park to sit on the dots and get in the game, and it's a full-on sweat fest with a bunch of folks using them devices and scripts, cheating on the game. And I feel like 2K can mix it up a little bit in regards to skill-based matchmaking. But as always, I'm curious to hear your thoughts about all this stuff. Sound off in the comment section below. If any of you guys are new here, consider dropping a like and a sub on your way out, and I'll catch you on the next video. Easy, y'all.